Hey, this is Chris, Facts Over Pets. I've got a dog, a German Shepherd named Lincoln. We got him 9 years ago. We think he's a reject from canine school because he's pretty smart, but his attention span is not the best in the world. He's a little ADD. Not too much though, but still, not, probably not capable of really, doing things each and every time on command. But anyway, we got a new. Finally, after all these years, we had to buy a new collar because his old collar was leather, and it finally had one of the holes. It stretched out so much that it actually tore halfway across the collar. Fortunately, Lee noticed. I didn't notice it because it wasn't where it was buckled. It was at a different hole, and so I'm not quite sure why that happened. But sometimes he does like to pull on the leash. He doesn't do it often, but sometimes he'll just get excited, and that's what I mean by ADD, the ADD part. He'll just be like, I'm ready to go walking, and so it's so funny every day. Every day, it's like it's not like it's not like he's never done it before. It's just he's so excited about it. I mean, he just like, oh. I mean, he sees me getting the stuff, sees me getting the leash. Of course, I wear a sidearm underneath my shirt because we had an unfortunate incident with a pit bull once, and no one was badly. I mean, no human being was injured, but Lincoln did get bitten. And I resolved right then and there that was not ever going to happen again. And so I got my concealed carry permit. And so, I realize it is a measure of last resort, absolutely. And I'm probably going to go ahead and get a pepper spray. I hadn't really thought about that before. I've got my layered defense. I've got my walking stick that I made myself. I made it for karate. But it stayed straight. It's walnut, and it's about 6.5 feet long. And so that's my little standoff. It's not. I mean, I use it as a walking stick, but still, just having it. I think it's better than just carrying a baseball bat down the street. And also, it looks natural. But it will keep the smaller dogs away. I mean, I hate to have Lincoln bite one of them. People in our neighborhood just do not take confining their animals seriously. We're one of two people in our entire neighborhood that has a fence for their dog, and everybody else, they keep them tied up, but they use ropes. And okay, I've gone way off the rails, haven't I? So I got a new collar for him, and it's much thicker than the other one, but I really like it. But really what I wanted to talk about, and I'll put a link to that. I got it on Amazon. It's made in China, of course. I was reading through the reviews of it, and somebody said, oh yeah, I like it, looks great, but it smells funny. And so I thought, what do you mean it smells funny? So I got it the other day, and I opened the package, and I smelled it, and I said, yeah, it smells like leather. So evidently this person never smelled leather before. So I don't understand that. But anyway, it's about 1 inch across, and it's very thick, and what I like about it's got a good heavy buckle on it. But there's a ring where you attach the leash, and it's on top, so I don't have to reach under his head and search for the place to attach the leash anymore. And so, but what I really wanted to talk about was, I see a lot of people saying you need to get a harness for your dog. It's more humane or something like that. If you take the time. And it doesn't take that long to do, but it does take some consistent effort. If you take the time to teach your dog how to walk on a leash, you don't have to worry about him hurting himself by yanking on it, and you have to yank back. And then, of course, you're not gonna. It's like I could yank as hard as I want on Lincoln. It's not gonna hurt him. I felt those muscles in his neck. I mean, his neck is massive. You're not going to hurt the dog anyway, but it's a matter of training. It's just a matter of saying, okay, I'm the boss and you're not. And it doesn't take, and you don't. And anyway, if you're trying to correct your dog, it's not like you're taking your whole weight and yanking the dog up off his feet. You're simply sharply, you just sharply go, not hard enough just to get his attention. That's all you're trying to do, and that's all you need to do. And then a voice command like no. And then when he responds the right way, you say good boy immediately. And then if you've got a treat and you're walking and he does a good job, you give him a treat every now and then because he's staying right beside you. I mean, that's all you have to do. It's the same thing with people whose dogs won't come to them. It's such an easy thing to make sure your dog comes. It's like all you do is when you start training the dog, every time you say come and you say his name or her name and you say come, then when he or she comes, you have a treat ready. And you praise the dog. Every time you do that, every time you call him, you do that. And after a while, he just does it. Yeah, you ever heard of Pavlov's dog? Yeah, it's not rocket science. And I haven't trained Lincoln really doing it, but he comes and he knows how to walk with me. And so that's like, to me, that's like, okay. That's all I really need, because if he wants to do something that I don't want him to do, I don't need to tell him I don't need to come up with some other command. All I need to do is say come. That's all I need to do. Now I got to find out where I need to leave this. So anyway, right? So, it's instead of worrying so much about accidentally hurting your dog, how about just go ahead and train your dog? At least in the rudimentary things of dog training, and then you won't need to worry about what happens. You won't need to worry about having a harness. That's all there is to it. All right, we'll see you on the next doggy video.